Another one.
What's my favorite word?
Another one.
What's my favorite word?
Another one. Another one.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah. I go on and on. Can't unsuperpower.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who's B, it's your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to be talking about Love Island USA Season 4, Episode 21. This is Casa Amor Night 3. And let's get right into the video. So, let's go talk about this. Phoebe and Isaiah. Phoebe and Isaiah. Okay. Seems like, she's making a connection with Isaiah. The door that he left cracked. It seems like Phoebe found her way inside of that door. He's expressing feelings for Phoebe. And it's so funny because you got Jeff basically pushing that relationship. He's pushing this Isaiah relationship hard. Like, he's like, your gut's right. You got Jared co-signing. Like, basically Jeff, Jared, I think even Chaz co-signing, like, oh, he should explore his relationship with Phoebe, also, that same night, Kat, was talking, Courtney was talking to Jordan, and she was basically letting Jordan know that she wants to get to know Chad, and, after she was talking to Chad, Kat comes up and basically was like, oh, let me get to know you, So beforehand, Zeta and Courtney were talking, basically how Jordan, basically just talking about Jordan, just seeing like what Courtney's options are. Basically, like Zeta, basically, they were just joking around how Zeta's basically like, it's been known that she's basically the mother, not mother, but basically she runs the villa. Like, this is her villa, okay? So she's not moving mad, she's not doing much, she's just basically, basically helping, guiding, the other girls in the villa to form their connections. Obviously, when Kat went up to go speak to Chad, her and Sydney were basically saying that, Kat's a little bit sneaky, Also, in Casa Amor, they won the hideaway, which is quite weird because I don't think any of those people formed any deep connections to really have the hideaway, but it's very weird. Like, we didn't see anything going so strong or, moving and as crazy for a hideaway to be, needed. But the hideaway was given to Chaz and Gabby, so they got the hideaway, which was just like, okay, that's what happened. So then Phoebe sleeps in Isaiah's bed, and while they were sleeping in bed, he basically kisses Phoebe and all that stuff. Chad and Courtney basically shared bed and all that stuff. Courtney wakes up the next day, basically says that she it's different from her for just wanting to kiss the guys for 2 hours long, that she likes to, talk about life and all these other things with the guys. So she feels like she has a deeper connection with Chad, and it seems like Courtney and Chad might be recoupling, post Casa Amor. The thing with, also, let's go to, Timmy and Zeta. I mean, it's been known. Like, I don't think I have doubted the Timmy Zeta relationship, coupling, the Zimmy. Like, I've been number one Zimmy, stan, Zimmy Hive. Like, I basically started it, okay? I was just like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, their first, deep interaction, I was just like, yeah, Zimmy. I was like, yeah, Zimmy, they got me. And then, we went through a little rough patch, and I never fell off. I was like, okay, we're going through it. But we came out. We came out on top, okay? We came out on top. And going through Casa Amor, basically, like I said, Timmy and Zeta are basically wingmen for their people. guiding their people to form these connections, da 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 da. And Timmy was basically like, oh, I know Zeta's going through it. Zeta basically sleeping on a daybed. This is her second night on the daybed. During Casa Amor. She's not sleeping in a bed with another guy. So that's what happened. It was kind of funny because Sydney, you would expect Sydney to join her, but she's not sleeping on the daybed. So, but yeah. So now let's get to the Sydney and Isaiah, and then now the Phoebe of it all. So in Casa Amor, Isaiah obviously seems to have a liking to Phoebe. Phoebe saying that she's the whole package. She basically, like I said, grilled Isaiah. Basically was like, asked him what is he missing from the relationship with Sydney. Does Sydney has everything that you want, blah blah blah. And he's basically like, oh, basically Phoebe basically added another box to check off on his list. So it's just basically like, okay, so it's basically him saying that Phoebe is everything that he wants and then some, or basically, and then like Sydney is missing that one thing, which is just like, and then he's basically telling the guys that he was ready to drop the G word, which is asking her to be his girlfriend. And he basically told that to Phoebe. He basically was like, he's feeling so, it's such a hard decision to him, because he was like, oh, on the next date or whatever, he was going to ask Sydney to be his girlfriend. So it's just like, okay. And he's telling this directly to Phoebe. Now Sydney and Zeta has a conversation, and the conversation is basically, she was like, she was going to ask Isaiah to be her boyfriend, and she started crying because she's thinking about the things that Isaiah is doing in Casa Amor, and she's like trying to prepare herself for situations like that. Now we're going on to the Deb show. The Deb, Jesse, and I think Kyle is who Deb is getting to connect with. Deb is talking to Kyle, and she's feeling some feelings for Kyle. She basically noticed a little bit difference between him and Jesse, because Jesse, I guess, doesn't show any PDA or in any form or fashion really to Deb, and she doesn't get that from him, but she does appreciate Jesse. So now when she has Kyle, and Kyle is doing this, that, and the third, and that's things that are not Jesse's doing, it's kind of like, oh, well, maybe I should pick this dude over Jesse because this and this and this. Now in Casa Amor, Timmy and Jesse are basically the only two not moving mad, not doing much. Jesse's like, he misses Deb, he misses Deb, he misses Deb, he misses Deb. So he's basically like that. He just can't wait to get back to Deb. And then, you got Kyle basically asking Deb, like, do I have a chance? Da, 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 da. And, Deb is basically thinking. She's basically, like, really thinking hard. Like, she feels very guilty because she put in a lot of work with her and Jesse. So she doesn't really feel like she should, quit on that to get with Kyle. But, she's also thinking about maybe her and Kyle's relationship might be better than her and Jesse's. So these are all the scenarios, the things that are happening right now. With that being said, Casa Amor is coming to a close. And recoupling is, I believe, is the next episode. Like I said in my last video, I was like, once you see raunchy races, that's basically like the midpoint of Casa Amor. Once you get to the raunchy races, you get to the next episode, and then the episode after it, or at the end of the episode after the raunchy races episode, it's recoupling, and then it's like, okay, we get to the recoupling episode. So with that being said, we're probably gonna have a recoupling tomorrow night, in tomorrow night's episode, or definitely Friday is gonna be like the full episode. But tomorrow night's episode is definitely the recoupling. Back to the Isaiah, Phoebe, and Sydney thing. Isaiah basically told Phoebe that he's willing to give her a chance and take her back from Casa. So with that being said, if he follows through with that, that's a done deal. He's taking back Phoebe. And Phoebe's like, oh, I'm ready to, meet Sydney. So I kind of feel bad for Sydney because she did all that basically on TV. He basically told her he loved her, did what they did in the hideaway, all that stuff, felt like they were set. He was basically saying that he was going to ask her to be his girlfriend in, however long. So all that lining up just for him to go to Casa and basically is like, oh, the door is cracked. He's willing to get to know Phoebe. He's bringing back Phoebe. That's kind of like a real heavy thing. Like, that's like, that hurt. Like, that's kind of like, whoa. Because I don't think any other Casa Amor coupling is going to be this brutal. Like, especially with Sydney's, type of situation. I don't think any type of Casa Amor situation is going to be this brutal. Because he's going to bring back Phoebe while Sydney's standing there alone. So, I mean, Timmy and Zeta, they're good. Jesse's coming back alone for sure. We're just basically waiting on Deb's choice. But I think that Deb is going to stay, single for Jesse. I don't think she's going to move any crazy. Kat doesn't like anybody there, so she's probably going to stay single. She's not going to bring anybody back. Nadja likes Trey, so she's going to bring Trey back. Courtney's bringing Chad back. Chaz is bringing back Gabby. I don't know who Jeff is bringing back. Jared and Shawnce, he's bringing back Shawnce. Yeah. So it's going to be a very, very crazy Casa Amor coupling, because it's going to be like maybe a lot of people in that villa. That main villa, there's going to be a lot of people in that main villa. So, yeah. Can't wait to see this episode. Like I said, I've been Team Zimmy from like day uno, okay? When I see it, I peeped it. Then it fell off. I was still Tim. I was like, I know Timmy know where home is. He know where home is. What I was saying, I said Timmy know where home is, okay? And it's so funny, people were thinking that Timmy was in the preview. What do you think Timmy in the preview for? He not gonna be in the preview? Timmy in the preview? Timmy in the preview kissing. They thought the clip of Isaiah and Phoebe was Timmy. Like, Timmy know where he know where home is. He's not gonna mess up in Casa. You obviously see him sleeping during the lights are on. Pillows in between, barricaded in between the bed. Like, Mans was like, he knew where home is. He knew he can't wait to get to Zeta like ASAP Rocky, okay? He know where home is. He was like, he's like, Zeta going through it right now. We left off in a good place. Da 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 da. Yeah. Anyway, let's see this Casa Amor episode recoupling. I can't wait to see. I know that reunion. I know they're gonna save the Zimmy reunion. Post Casa. Probably not last, because I know they're gonna probably save the Isaiah and Phoebe walk-in for last, because it's gonna be like a brutal episode. But the Timmy and Zeta recoupling is probably gonna be maybe like midway of the recoupling, because they're gonna get through all the other people first. But anyway, guys, if you like the video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, comments, concerns, and you gotta subscribe to my channel. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.